Hello.
I was thinking that too. This is obviously Peck Holmes' older brother and his nephew. Oh, why not?
Really?
It's proof.
Okay, dude. I mean, maybe. I guess the shirts, bro. The shirts. And
The
then the sexy
sunflower.
face.
I mean, he looks like a teddy bear. I don't know about you
Is it
guys.
I am a lion or is it I Lee Amon?
God
Oh my
damn it.
lord.
Okay, let's get to the chat.
It'll be at the end, right?
Waiting on you, brother. Taking a while to grab it.
Well, while you're getting that, I'm enjoying that we're back at the fire festival a little bit here.
So what you're trying to say is that this is Luffy's mountain. Yeah, I think we should. Okay. So yeah, we start at the flower capital, like Bean said. We get to see more of we get to see like what instigated Tama to even leave in the first place, right? I think. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird that it's looking that big in the background.
Proportions.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. No, yeah, that's the right spot there.
So the tree is facing towards the mountain right now, kind of. And I think the perspective is making it look like the mountain is like to the left more than it actually is, but usually when you'd look at it, you'd look at it from that left Tory gate kind of thing, I think. Mhm. Yeah. I think it's just weird perspective. Yeah.
It's just One Piece.
a
It's
very
not. It's
strange-
nothing to worry about.
No, Oda actually drew it on purpose. The mountain has walked. It can move. It's it's the third. It's the third fucking weapon.
That is some Oda shit to do.
But yeah, it's weird, but whatever. Let's move on to the meat and potatoes, though. We do. Yeah. Didn't Adam say he wanted something like this, like more explanation as to
Yeah, I
how and
did.
why?
Are you
So yeah, it
happy
looks
now?
like he just. I Tama, I suppose so. The verdict is still out on Hiyori though, so we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see in due time. But
A lot of people are saying she's the pheasant and she flew there, but we'll see.
she is a bird. But yeah, so clearly he didn't want her to go, and then Tama's just doing her own thing, as per the usual. And I guess her fucking servants were like helped her out and shit. True. Yeah, and you can see the shadow of Onigashima like looming behind the clouds in the background.
I took this to mean that we were like watching it come through the clouds as it was zooming in.
I
Honestly,
don't think so. I think it's still behind the clouds. It just wanted to show you it. Yeah, that's what I think it is. Because on the right one it's zoomed really out, then on the middle one it's zoomed closer, and then the left one it's fully zoomed in type thing. But yeah, so it hasn't come through the clouds yet. I don't think anyone noticed it quite yet, but they will soon. It'll be soon, probably within the next like 2 or 3 chapters, I'd imagine.
I mean, I'm hoping maybe they notice the fucking clash at the end, but we'll see. Because that's pretty noticeable.
yeah, they really should. Which means that they just revealed all of Onigashima there too. Then yeah. So Balhong's controlling a gifter down there. What's up with that?
Controlling?
No, it's just one of the Marys. There's no Bao Wong needed.
Yeah, aren't they like hers, or do they just report to her? Yeah, this one's broadcasting.
Yeah, like Black Maria is. Yeah, we had the one with Black Maria just broadcasted by herself, no Bao Huang needed. So
Yeah, they can all broadcast, but I mean, like, this one is like one of her cyborgs, or does it have a will of its own, or how's that work?
it's just a dude. They're
Yeah.
not like.
Because the Marys are supposed to be cyborgs.
Yeah, I guess, but they're like
could be a
living
cyborg.
cyborgs. Weird
Yeah.
shit.
Like the one Black Maria had.
They're
I'm
not,
pretty sure
they're not like Kumas. They're like Frankies.
I mean, I think the one Black Maria had was also a gifter also at the same time.
That's strange.
So
yeah, but yeah, so they're like commenting on Yamato being alone on the roof, injured, etc. Explaining everything about what's happening and the fact that there's 2 dragons squaring off, and that indeed was not Kaido.
Oh, I've been waiting for this for so long. I've been waiting for this for so long, dude. The 2 dragons, it's so great.
The panel on the next page.
Yes.
The explanation is sick. With Luffy just holding onto the horns and shit.
The only mistake is that Big Mom isn't on Kaido's.
that might be a little bit much.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be able to handle that much.
That would be perfect. Okay, it was the logical conclusion to the two of them being in Wano at the same time. All right.
She didn't need it. She already got her own homies, you know.
Yeah, I guess that's okay.
It would have been cool though. She does like a ikoku or whatever it's called while he shoots a beam or some shit.
Yeah, or shit. Even King up there would have been cool. Just like backing Kaido up.
Okay, bro. Because the guy with wings needs to ride on Kaido's head.
I mean, Luffy can fly.
Yeah, but he has to waste hockey to do it, you know? Have some respect for King, all right?
Okay.
But yeah, the Azure Seiryu, challenged by the Pink Dragon, written by Straw Hat Luffy, and then Yamato like remembers Momo saying that he wanted to be more useful and turn into a monster like that, which we're seeing come to fruition right in front of us. It was told to us before, and here it is. We just
And the
didn't expect
naysayers just went crazy.
it. Everyone hating it. Why the anime is okay, bro.
Okay.
Any thoughts on this? Any thoughts on what's happening here? This showdown before we get into the true meat.
It looks cool.
Yeah, just a long time coming. Just 20 years in the making, man.
Bean, is this your new favorite panel ever in the series, or?
It might be, bro. It might be.
It might be. No, this one was really awesome though. I like the way it turned out, especially with the way Luffy's writing Momo. But I don't know. There have been a few better ones.
Just a few. Just a
Just
few
a-
panels
just a
better than this.
couple.
But this is one of the best in the series for sure.
This is one of the best. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe my new favorite. I don't know.
Anyways. Yeah, so the dragon's identity is still unknown. And then they realize like Yamato's been the one that was keeping Kaido, because now everyone has that information. Because it's not being broadcast just to Kaido's people, it's being broadcast to everyone. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for Kaido's side.
It's a good thing for the Straw Hat side.
Yeah, it's like, but the fact that now everyone knows, like now they can be reassured, I guess, which might be a bad thing for them to do, you know?
I mean, Yamato has been pretty antagonistic to the crew for like 20 years now, so
Oh no,
I don't
like now the Straw Hats have that weight off their shoulders and everything like that, and like everyone on the Straw Hat side. But Kaido's crew is the one that's broadcasting it. So is that a
yeah,
smart
this
idea
was
for them, you know?
no, not at all. Yeah. Luffy's back, the Flying Six are down. There's another dragon going against Kaido. Like this is I think the worst case possible scenario short of oh man, Kaido's head just fell off.
Yeah, basically. And then it grows back.
All right.
Yeah, so Yamato picks up on who the dragon is. Nobody else seems to really be aware of that, as far as I could tell from this chapter and last chapter.
Mhm.
But Yamato knows what's going on.
I mean, that's just because she's seen Momo in the dragon form, and no one
Yeah,
else
but-
really has, except
but
for
so
like
have
the
Straw
scabbards.
Hats, haven't they?
Oh, the Straw Hats
Yeah,
have, yeah.
Yeah, the Straw
Yeah.
Hats. I mean, yeah,
I
I'm
don't
saying
think they
like
realized it was Momo.
none of the
though.
enemies have.
Oh yeah. Well, no one realized it's Momo except for Yamato.
Yamato, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Like last chapter, despite it seemingly being, yeah, I don't know. It was just like, oh, this big dragon that Luffy's riding on. What's going on? Who is that? What's going on? Like not putting together that it could possibly be a Momo, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Right.
the crew putting it together, but Yamato's built different, I guess.
yeah, I guess. So.
Perhaps.
So let me get another. I think this actually just is my favorite move from Kaido. I know it's like simple,
Blast
but
breath,
blast
just a
breath,
beam.
like the Boro breath, is just awesome.
It's so kaiju, it's great.
It's just yeah. It's
Yeah.
big monster shooting a big beam. I love it.
And I will say a little hinting at what's to come. Counter it with your own breath. What? I can't do that. Okay, Momo. Sure you can't, bro.
I'm
Sure you
I'm sure he'll do it like accidentally once at least, yeah. But you know, I'm glad Otis changed up the way Kaido does it, and it's like a full like jowls open blast instead of it looking like he's spitting out some like actually hawking out a loogie or something. You know?
He's done it like that several times. It was only that first time that he did it like that.
Oh, is that right? I that like stuck out in my mind, so it feels like every time until now has been.
Yeah, that first one is like the remembered one, but yeah, he did it like that a bunch. Yeah.
I wonder if it's like that because he was drunk.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was the deal.
Yeah.
I really want to see this get animated too. See Momo like coiling around the beam to dodge it like that.
All right.
It's gonna look pretty good.
I mean, the
As long
big
as it's
question
done
is
fast.
the
Yeah.
the
As
big
long as
question
what?
is whether or not
If it's done fast, if it's, I can already see them like dragging out this dodge to be like a minute long, and I think that would be bad. But if it's done in like 5 seconds, it'll be cool. But we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Well, you'll see. I won't. But yeah.
but would it hurt him? I'm
What,
sure
if he got
it
hit by
would. Yeah.
I mean, the
Probably.
Maki, like the Raizo redeflection of Boro Breath hurt Kaido, so I would assume it would hurt Momo.
Mhm.
Because I would assume that the Maki doesn't like enhance the damage or anything.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, it
Oh
could.
god. Like the fucking cylinder card in fucking Yu-Gi-Oh.
Magical cylinder.
Yeah. But yeah, so Momo continuing to be a pussy. I'm in no position to fight right now. And then Luffy comes up with solution to that. They start fighting. Luffy goes gear 3, and I'm surprised Kaido sees it coming this time, right? You know? Like last time he was drunk, you know, he was chilling, Luffy got a surprise attack, but Luffy just jumped up there and fucking punched him in the head with no issue.
Well, Kaido's not really fast as a dragon so far.
True. We haven't seen that as like a factor.
It's
to his
because it was not on fire, so he had no need to dodge it.
Ah, yes. True.
Oh boy. This. No, yeah. So Momo's still afraid here. We see. I sort of thought this was like an interesting choice from Oda. Like
Mhm.
I wonder. It's just very strange. Luffy talks to Momo. He's like, "Hey, Momo, huh?" And then he goes off, but it's like we don't hear what he says.
Oh, like a flashback
Wait,
a page
I can't
later.
do that.
type
That's
thing?
impossible. And it's literally at the bottom of the page where he tells him. It's like what? Like why not just? I guess that makes sense. Like maybe this is this is. It's like the segue into the rest of his flashbacks. Like I guess that's the reason why.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
But I thought that was a little interesting, right? He's like,
A
oh,
flashback a page later, basically.
So he
instead of just saying
sees-
everything in there.
yeah, I guess that's the reason why, right? Like he sees Luffy do his thing, and then he's like, oh, Luffy is trying his hardest, and then he thinks back, you know, all this other shit that happened to me, and like all that stuff in combination is what gives him the courage to go bite Kaido.
Yeah, it was just so we could have that bottom panel be as big as it is. Because there's just no other way to fit it onto the same page, it looks like, right?
You don't think what I just said has any effect on that, or?
I think that it was like the proper lead up, but I don't think that it was much more than just Oda wanted this specific series of panels and he just ran out of space.
That's possible too, yeah.
Yeah.
Limited number of panels to show the action and everything, and
You don't think
Yeah.
it could
Wind
have
up
been
the
both
action.
of those things, where Momo's recounting the reasons why he needs to do this?
I mean, yeah, like I think that is what it's all built into, but I mean, just the reason it's disjointed in general is just he ran out of space.
or I guess it's
Well,
just like this is Momo's thinking back to it, like after seeing Luffy punch him. So maybe it's just like,
A
and then
whole new
that's what
sequence.
segues into everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I think of it
Yeah.
like that, it's like Momo, you know, he thinks he's like, he's like, bite him. He's like, no, I can't. And then he's like, it's like a big flash of memories, right? And he's like, oh,
Mhm.
yeah. So,
Yeah, but either way,
Alright,
Right.
so the big dragon bites the big other dragon, and the big other dragon gets hurt.
ouchie.
This is the best panel of all the manga so far.
Yeah.
Is it?
A lot of
This meme needs to die.
I should ask actually though, because like, what did we think about that? I know, like for me, it didn't really surprise or bother or make me.
I mean,
feel
if
any
a
special way
dragon's scales
besides,
can
like,
protect against most attacks, maybe a dragon's fangs can pierce most attacks. You know, or most
yeah,
defense.
That would be an interesting aspect of the fruit, like the ultimate defense and the ultimate sword at the same time.
Yeah, I guess the idea is just that a dragon can penetrate another dragon's scales with their teeth.
I don't think he actually bit through. Like we
did.
don't see any blood
Bro, look
dripping
at
or
his
anything.
teeth. His
He
teeth are
did.
sunk in that shit. You
Oh,
see?
I was
Yeah.
talking about Bean earlier. He definitely bit through. Like,
Yeah, his teeth are sunk in, but it doesn't look like he's like piercing. Like there's no blood or anything
You mean
dripping
like
down.
it's like
or...
in like it just pushed the skin downwards type of thing?
Yeah, like the way Luffy does when he punches Kaido. You know, it's just like it's forming around his teeth, but not actually breaking the scales.
What? Man,
Nah.
no, man. Come on,
Keep it
bro.
up.
You got-
Yeah, I mean,
you
look
got,
at it. There's no blood or anything, and
Yeah, but why would there
You've
be
got
blood? Like, no.
here.
why would there be blood if he's biting
Yeah.
into someone?
Why would there be a big spurt of blood when he bites in like that?
There would be
his
some
teeth are
kind
still
of
in the
drip
holes?
somewhere.
Look at like the
So like,
distance.
look at the cross hatching done there. I think that's supposed to indicate like
The like actual
Like
So
blood in a
he's
way,
in
like-
there, man.
penetration.
Look at it.
That's not blood. That's just his fangs are forming over.
Look at this.
He pierced.
Dude.
Like look at his bottom teeth. They're barely even touching the
Yeah,
skin.
what about the big fangs in the front though?
Yeah, the big fangs in the front. He doesn't look in. Like it just looks like Kaido's body warped around into the teeth, just like the way it would in the series.
He warped around it.
He screamed "Arrgh!" with white eyes, bro. White eyes at the tail.
But yeah,
I mean, he screams at everything, man. He also like calmly looks around and is like, "What do you think you're doing right now?"
Well, yeah, like he did to every other bleeding attack that happened to him.
Except this one's not bleeding though.
Let's just move on.
Bro, Bean, I told you we were gonna do the hot take stage another time, not tonight.
Fuck you, man.
We'll get a little ahead of yourself, buddy.
But I'm happy that this happened though. It's a really big character stuff for Momo, and it's really a compliment to Luffy as well. He's doing that whole bringing out the best in everything thing he does.
Yeah,
I do. It's nice seeing Momo, like just the attention and like the struggle here that he's having. Just been pretty consistent, you know, for a lot of the raid where he's, you know, he's afraid but he's still getting stuff done. Yeah, he like that.
Yeah. This moment in Luffy like forcing him to do like the thing that he could to like get over his fear reminds me of a series I love very much that I will not mention. But yeah, it's good moment. Good moment for Luffy. Taken from the best, really.
So I wanna I wanna talk about the next page here. There's just a particular bit about this panel that stuck out to me, being this little strange scribble of Haki here, where I don't see any long lightning trail attached to it. So very consistent art.
But it's a
portrayal,
short
right?
lightning trail. You can see it there. It's very short.
Oh,
on
it's
his
there,
fist.
yeah, but it's just not consistent with the other portrayals, is it? No.
But it's still a trail.
I mean, it's just
Oh
like
my
just the
God.
end of the hit, but
Yeah.
I suppose this is
All
less
you art
consistent.
portrayal motherfuckers. need to
No.
stand
I
down, dude.
suppose this is less consistent, but there is still a trail there, Fats. Is there not?
Yeah, but is it the long
Mm.
drippy trail? Like
But
we all
is
talk
there
about?
still-
But
is
the
there
long
still
tricky trail
a
is
thick
typically from
trail?
the wind up.
Oh, not the wind up, dude. We need.
No, yeah, it's true. We usually do only get it like while it's going and while it's cooling down,
Well, like,
but on the
during
hit,
attack as well, but this is
Yeah.
afterwards,
Oh,
kind
the
of.
arc
Already
will
getting
trail off
flung
the wind-up.
back, you know.
There's no wind up, so
You're
you
the
must
one
not
that
be
brought it
losing
up, brother.
Oh,
You're the
oh.
one that brought it
Dude,
up. I'm
these
just saying.
people in here in this
I mean,
I swear to God. Not you, Red, but you don't know how much fucking discussion we've had about this nonsense.
He's
He
not
also-
gonna draw it exactly the same every time. but, like,
Exactly.
it's-
he also
it's a
just
very
might not.
clear. It's a very clear thing that is real.
No, yeah.
It-
now.
It's,
He also just might not be using conquerors there. I mean,
Why
what's
wouldn't
that
he?
big
though?
blow then? What's that big poof?
I
like
mean,
marshmallow?
just hockey.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, I'm serious.
I'm pretty sure
Okay,
all
if
of his
he's
attacks
in
in
base
Fido are gonna
form,
be
then
conquerors now.
if he's in base form, then yeah, it's conquerors. But like the gear third hit wasn't earlier.
Oh,
we
yeah,
don't
no,
know that.
I don't think that was.
Do we? Let me go back to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
this is-
So I mean, he doesn't have to use it every hit, but that just seems like it's a bad angle.
It's
there.
like he doesn't always use gear 2 or
No, that's
whatever.
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah, it's not a good angle, so there's not like a good spot for him to draw that big drip that would have come off normally.
Yeah, there's like a lot of
Yeah, it was just like the
a lot of
one
white
with
space where it normally would be too. It's very weird.
So it's pretty clear, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, depending on the angles, depending on the drawing,
Yeah, I mean, well, that's different than just like the quality being left out entirely. We can always talk about angles around it because that's just perspective, but you can still tell it's there.
Well, we'll
Mhm.
see. We'll see how it goes as it continues. It's just funny that we had that long conversation about it this week, and then
Fucking, I know, right? But I'll give it to you that is an inconsistent, I guess,
but
mass of it this time.
yeah.
also looks
I
like
just
there's
I'm not
this-
using it to like be. I'm
Yeah.
just bringing it up because it's fucking funny for me. But it's also
right.
like obviously it's obviously he's using the Conqueror's hit, right?
Now,
That
more
much is clear.
importantly, on the bottom right panel of this page, the Skull Dome has the Sans Eye.
Okay, bro.
What?
I'm just saying, the crack makes it look like he has a glowing eye with the streak, the Sans Eye, bro.
No, it doesn't.
It just looks like that.
But that is some funny foreshadowing that the dome is probably gonna
Yeah.
end up breaking soon.
I think so too.
Yeah, this thing is gonna be a fucking ruin by the end of the fight. I have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean the crumble, constantly.
Stuff's on
Yeah.
fire. Everything's being destroyed. Orochi has some goal of like maybe just wants to bring everything down with him. That'd be a great.
He's the one who set the fire.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, and like beyond that, like it would just be an interesting element to add to the end of the raid, like some more tension. Like, okay, we got to get the injured and as many people as we can out of here before the shit goes to, it gets collapsed. So yeah, I think that's happening too. So then we get some cocky talk from Jack. No more moon.
Because 2 dragons are fighting, and that caused the storm clouds to muster.
We get another angle of Jack's hybrid, but we still don't get a good picture of it. Like we have an idea of what he looks like, but we haven't gotten a good glimpse of what he looks like.
I think
Like-
he's just too big to actually fit in one panel. That isn't like a
No.
full page spread.
Sure, bro.
Nah, it's more like let's take the bad aspects of Black Maria's fruit and apply it to Jack, and that's how it feels right now. I don't like it.
His first one was pretty awesome.
Imagine not liking Black
think
Maria.
Jack,
No, I do like Black Maria's, but they just took the bad aspects of it.
Jack is probably one of the few Zoans that I like his full Zoan form more than I like his hybrid. It doesn't
Yeah.
happen too often for me. Like it does happen sometimes. Like I like Kaido's full Zoan more than his hybrid, even though his hybrid looks great too. But
Same,
Yeah.
same.
But yeah, Jack's a little funky, but he's still cool anyway. So
Mhm.
I was just gonna say, yeah, he outright says like, "Oh, one more hit, and I would have been down."
I'm surprised we didn't get to see that encounter. I thought this was going to be them like finally showing off a good brunt of their not Zoan, their whatever the fuck it's called.
Sulo.
Sulong forms, yeah.
They're just leaving that to the anime, man.
It's all do anime's canon, bro. Anime's canon. They're gonna.
I mean,
show
that's
it.
just how this whole arc has been feeling. Like they just rush through all these aspects and let the anime fill it out. That's just how it is.
Oda's always done that though.
No, it's been a lot more prevalent throughout like this arc though.
I really like Peros here. Don't feel bad about the moon, you fat cat. It's not that your luck is back, Vine's just better. Dude, I love Peros, man.
Right.
I love him.
Paris Fair is the best.
Also, that
I
axe
like
is cool, by the way.
I like that they're showing Peros being like competent against non-Sulong as well. Because like a
Or
lot
you
of
mean
people like,
Sulong
were
as
under
well?
no non-Sulong as well. Because what happens later. But,
So it's
but like obviously, and I guess during Sulong as well, the fact that he's still standing, he didn't get one shot or anything.
Yeah,
a lot of people thought he would be.
He held out, and he's not like Jack. Where I guess he wasn't that injured before, like Jack was, but you know, like Peros was able to hold him off during Sulong.
I think this implies that Peros is like of the strength of a commander, like he's similar strength to Jack type of thing, but it's he's just not one. And I just see a lot of people underestimating Peros a lot, and it makes me very sad because Peros is a badass. All right, he's a fucking cool guy.
That's true. All right.
Well, to be fair, with Jack and everything, they're like really, really injured. The Dukes, I mean. So I don't know.
Jack
I
is
do like
really-
Pero Sparrow. Like I'll give it to him, but Nekomamushi was half dead going into that.
That's true to some extent. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, but so was Inuarashi.
Yeah. So was he, but Pero Sparrow wasn't.
Peros didn't take the beating that Jack did from Neko.
True. True.
It definitely took a beating. Like he's been
Dude,
he's been
Sanji
getting
fucked
beat
him
on
up,
pretty
Sanji
hard for
fucked him up. Peros is worse than Jack right now because of crazy.
worse than Jack.
No, but it just seems implied that he's like of that caliber, and a lot of people thought he wouldn't be just because he's not a commander or some shit.
I agree with that.
Yeah. But anyways,
All right, this is probably gonna be the big one. Carrot and Wanda sitting on the sidelines, not doing anything here.
I'm clapping right now, but my mic's not picking it up. Just know that I am.
Also, where's wasn't a Sicilian here? Also, like, where is he? What is he doing right now?
Sicilian was knocked out ages ago, wasn't he? On the rooftop.
So what?
No, but no, wasn't he the one that told Neko where Perospero was, and along with the monkey?
Oh yeah, and Perospero took off just without him.
Probably just on the live floor somewhere fighting.
Yeah, he's probably just around fighting. Because Nekomamushi went and flew off like way past him,
Yeah,
and then just took Perospero outside.
exactly. But
So what do we feel like that about Carrot? Like, what does that mean for her?
thank God.
What do you mean, thank God?
I really
Nothing.
don't know I don't know what she can do in this arc that's gonna be like memorable or anything. That's the main issue here.
Does she have
Like
to?
on one hand,
He doesn't.
I'm happy. I'm glad it wasn't forced, but on the other, it's like, what's the point of? Like, I don't understand why you're here. Like, it's
I mean,
what's
why is anyone here?
Yeah, why are any of the Minks here? They're just more bodies for the war.
What the fuck did Polly do? on
no,
the
but
other
Carrot
side?
is like more emphasized than the other Minks are. That's
Yeah,
like
but
the whole issue.
fuck did
He
Polly do?
or she really isn't in this arc, like at all. The
At
Dukes
all.
have been way more emphasized in general.
Yeah, well, they're
Yeah, and
Because,
the Dukes,
you know,
and the
it's
Dukes
there.
have gotten the Dukes have gotten more than their fair share, while Carrot's gotten literally nothing, like
He's
almost
not
nothing.
getting to the character.
Well, yeah, you just said she's been given more attention, but she hasn't this arc.
She was a focus for Whole Cake Island just because
Yeah,
gives more feedback into like their relationship with Pedro and stuff like that. Made Pedro's moment more impactful.
Pedro was also a focus of Whole Cake, and he died.
Yeah, he's not here anymore.
He was like a main focus. Like he actually had history with the place too.
Exactly. But yeah,
So-
either way, like I don't think she needs anything. I
Yeah,
unless
it's not
you're-
like this is her
unless,
fight.
there's, like, unless you're someone with that like narrative of she's gonna be a crewmate, so she has to have a thing that happens.
I mean, I'm not even saying that either. It's like she just had like nothing. Like I don't even think she's gonna be a crewmate anyway. It's just like I don't even understand like why her character like even exists. Honestly, like I don't even think she fits the story anymore if she doesn't do anything.
It's just, what it said before. What it,
is kind of
Well, hang on.
here.
Her
Hold on,
character
hold
was
on.
actually really important for Whole Cake Island.
I mean, it really wasn't. You could have just had like them do anything without Kara being there, and they probably would have been fine. Like,
It was important for Pedro's moment. For
No,
me.
for more than that, it was actually like practically important too. She's the one who helps free Chopper, and she's the one who helps give them a huge like head start against the fleet with
No, but
Daifuku.
he
see,
didn't
you
get
can
any.
easily rewrite the situation where none of that's
Adam,
needed, though. That's the whole issue.
Adam, do you make that same argument for Paulie on NA's lobby?
Um, I would say,
I feel like
what
he
did
got
Paulie
less
even
focused
do?
than Carrot did.
Well, the ultimate problem with that
I would say
argument,
Paulie
though,
would have that issue too. Then, yeah. Now that you
But
mention it.
he just got put in the sideline. He's a character that exists. He'll probably be relevant later, maybe. Who knows? But like he's a character that exists, and he's just there to add to more like relationships for the Straw Hats and things like that. And that's all. That's all you need. He was there for the arc that he was important in, and that's all that was necessary. And he was there for NES Lobby to help them out. And while he did help them, he wasn't giving focus like too much emotionally or anything like that, and that's fine. Did nothing came of it. He didn't become a crewmate, but it added that dynamic between like him and Frankie and things like that. It adds more weight to Parasparrow's takedown here, even if she's not the one that does it. It just adds things to the story.
Yeah, my thing is that I think she has had a kind of underlying kind of character arc going on here, and one of the options there was for her to participate in defeating Paris, right? But I think there's another thing, and that's like the idea of what the Dawn is now. Like, the Dawn could either be something beyond Wano, or it could be just Wano, right? So
Yeah.
it could be the case that she's just helping in the ways that she can during the raid, and bringing the Dawn is opening Wano. If that's the interpretation, then she doesn't need to do anything here. If
And
bringing
I-
the Dawn is
I-
something beyond this, then it becomes like, okay, Carrot may be able to realize here, like, look back, if you remember, like, when she first lost to Peros, she had that little flashback with Pedro, like, think about what's important, don't think about me, etc., right? So if she comes to some kind of realization there, which I think Anna had just said in here, there's opportunity there to kind of wrap up her character arc, or potentially tie that into something later.
Yeah, like the post arc wrap up could bring stuff for her like narratively, but she doesn't have to do something like defeat Paros.
That's how I feel. Yeah, like, she didn't. It's like Adam said. It would have felt a little bit if she came back after that first loss and then were to defeat Paros, like, with Neko and Wanda or whatever. It would have felt a little bit shoehorned, I guess. If they had gotten it done the first time, then maybe that would have been something. But I don't
Honestly,
know,
she doesn't need a purpose. There's nothing that she needs to fulfill. There's no like there's
I
no
think there
reason for her
is.
to have to do something, but she already helps just being there.
Yeah.
It's not like she's someone who's sitting around and just waiting for things to do. Like, she's been an active participant in this whole thing.
Yeah, if you
And
mean in
she-
terms of like doing having some big moment in the braid, I don't think that's necessarily. But
Yeah,
there's,
no, she
there's
doesn't
a
need
need,
something like
there
that.
is a need, I think, like, to have that kind of character arc that she's had from Whole Cake wrap up by the end of this arc. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but one of the
Yeah.
options there. That's why people have been all talking about it today and like yesterday with this chapter coming out, because they didn't help with Paris. That was one of the main ways to like wrap it up for her, right? Like, get
Mhm.
revenge for Pedro, and then help with the raid in what ways that she can, right?
And I also want to say for like Adam's take on like she doesn't need to exist. I still feel, and I think this is probably still a hot take, but I still feel like Inu and Neko might die, and then like Carrot and Wanda. Carrot was like part of the cat group. Wanda was like part of the dog group, right? They could potentially take over as like the two leaders of Zoe or
Well,
something
no.
like that. You don't know. I mean,
No,
she's
but what would happen?
Sicilian would be one of them, not fucking Carrot.
you don't know that, bro.
No, what would happen is
They're
Wanda would
they're
take
an
over.
equal like position, aren't they?
Wanda would take over because she had the highest rank. She was the go-between for both dukes, and Carrot would probably just be a high-ranking officer with her.
Yeah, that would work as well. Like,
Yeah,
the
that's probably
point
what
is
would
that
happen.
they
Yeah,
would
they
be a
wouldn't need-
relevant character
They
in
wouldn't
like
need,
the
like,
higher ups of Zoe or something like that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if Inu and Neko die, like, there isn't a need for two dukes anymore, right? That was only because of the beef that they had with each other.
True, yeah.
So
I
My
did want
fun-
to address. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I like that someone read this. I think it was no, it wasn't. It couldn't have been Vic. I don't know who it was, but someone was like, yeah, Yamato will join the crew, force her way on like Odin did, and Carrot will sneak on like Neko and Inu did.
That'd be great.
like that.
Earlier, Adam, you said that when it comes to things like certain events in the manga, like Carrot doing her stuff, it could just be written so it doesn't have to happen. You could say that about literally the entire
anything.
series. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why you don't even need her character. Like, I don't understand the point of it.
If Oda
at
wants to
this
draw
point,
something,
like-
he'll draw it.
But
Maybe.
why is that why you don't need her
I think
character?
the reason why she's there, Adam, is what I was talking about, right? Like she's not getting any crazy big moments. She's not having any amazingly helpful or like significant things happen. But what did happen really was just the conflict with her and Peros, right? Like that kind of emotional weight needs to get wrapped up in some space.
And it
And
doesn't-
really,
that's
that's
like
just-
the reason she's here, not just like. Obviously, she's here like to help in the fight, but like the reason she gets any attention at all is because of that stuff, basically.
Yeah, and she doesn't have to be the one to kill Perospero either. That's the good part. She's not fixated on being the one to get revenge. Just Pedro has to be avenged.
Mhm.
So this still works out to help complete her arc because she's gonna get to see the guy Pedro died for finally actually die.
Yeah,
You mean
We're not
the,
even-
Hopefully.
the innocent man who's just
Basically,
protecting
just
his
like-
territory?
exactly.
Yes.
Basically, you just want to like limit her potential as a character by going this route, is what I'm hearing. Like,
Not every
Why-
character.
well,
needs
why would
to have
that limit her
great
potential? Well, why would that limit her potential though?
There are plenty of small characters in the series that add depth to a situation without.
but
making
Carrot's
people
not
want
a
to
small
interact with her.
character. Like,
She is. She
no,
is a
but
poly.
she's not.
She is a poly. Absolutely.
I don't see her that way.
She's a Leo. She's a Leo.
A Leo as well, yeah. Well, no, Leo, yeah. She could even
She's not a-
join like
she's not a Leo
Zoe division
either.
of the Grand
She's
Fleet or-
definitely a Leo. Leo was actually kind of an important part of Dressrosa. The dwarves in general were.
I think right now, the other characters are just getting the shine because I don't know. It's Wano is about Wano, right? Carrot is not somebody from Wano, but there is that emotional tie here. So this is like where she's getting the shine. We'll see what she does after, right? It's not over.
Mhm.
Raid's not over. There's more stuff for her to do. I do think she's more significant than like just a super side character. But I think comparing her to like maybe that is
But
fair.
yeah,
maybe comparing her to
I
Bully
guess
is kind
I
of
think
fair.
like a more accurate thing would be comparing her to Jinbei pre-time skip, like Impelled on
No.
Marineford
Jinbei was
Jinbei.
way more-
Absolutely not.
No, absolutely so. Like, I don't like that's more what Carrot is
no.
about.
Jinbei
yeah,
would
yeah.
be-
For their escape from
No,
Impel
that's
Down,
exactly what
Jinbei
it
was
is.
the reason Luffy survived fucking Marineford.
And
like-
Bean is saying that Carrot's the whole reason they survived Whole Cake Island because they helped
No,
them
no.
get ahead.
She
Yes,
was a
I was
factor.
saying she was I was
wasn't
saying
the
she was
deciding
one.
factor.
That was like a big reason for her to be there. Like she was an important part of the arc. It wasn't like the deciding factor, but it was still a very large contributing force.
And Jinbei's a very large contributing force to Impelled on / Marineford.
No, like Yamato would be closer to Jinbei pre-skip than anything.
I'd
I
put-
disagree.
I'd put
We gotta
Carrot
put,
more on the level of like what's his name, Crocodile or something during Marineford. Not Crocodile overall as a character, but Crocodile's like actual usage in Marineford itself, I guess.
Yeah, I could see that.
So less relevant than Jinbei, but still relevant enough to get screen time. And like Crocodile had like his ties with Whitebeard put in there. Carrot has her ties to Perospero as a factor of the arc, things like that. Are
And
what
they
I would
still do like semi-important things that still
Yeah.
have an effect on the arc.
like
Yeah.
Crocodile did at one point like save Ace. He wasn't like the most important part to doing that.
He actually saved Luffy. He was one of the most important parts of saving Luffy too.
Yeah. There you go.
But Carrot has defended Luffy as well, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Crocodile is a much more reasonable analogy for her.
So
But
Carrot
Jinbei
was
literally tanked fucking Akainu's like
No,
blast.
see,
to
we're
his
getting we're
chest.
getting too deep into
for
like,
Luffy. Like, it's like-
technicalities
was
of like this.
practically- So hold on. So
Yeah.
Carrot and Pedro were practically treated as a Straw Hat during Whole Cake Island. Agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Agree.
Yeah,
Agree.
agree.
It's definitely agree. So
Yeah,
basically, like
disagree,
Jinbei would have basically been a crewmate for Luffy for Impellion / Marineford. Agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Agree.
That is being very obtuse about it, but yeah, agree.
And then Jinbei had like some conclusion on Fishman Island, which is way more than what Carrot's gotten so far on Wano.
I mean, the Wano isn't over.
That's the big difference here.
No,
Like
I-
what
I-
what
I
what,
can-
what
Jinbei's
Jinbei
Fishman
got for
Island was
Fishman
him becoming
Island
a
is what
crewmember.
Carrot should get for Wano right now.
No,
Yeah.
because that's him becoming a crew member. You said that you don't even think that she might become a crew member.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's not-
the
no,
that's
it's
the
not
caveat
just-
with
No,
that.
his Fishman Island arc is not just him becoming a crew member. It's dealing with Fishman racism and like it's more than just becoming a crew
Well,
member. For
in-
Fishman
in
Island.
Wano, that would
emotional
actually be
depth
the
that a crew member
Dukes.
would have.
That would be the Dukes. That's their story in Wano. That's the depth that they get. Like what they're going through now is what Jinbei had to go through with all the racism and leading his nation.
No, but that no. See, we're getting into all these weird technicalities of like, oh, Jinbei was strong enough so he can't be replaced. Carrot could be replaced. The reason
No,
why
it's not- it's
the
not
reason
strength.
why Carrot is being compared here by Adam, if I can interpret that for you guys, is that Carrot has the emotional tie. Like Neko is not the one who has the big emotional tie to Pedro in Whole Cake or Paris. Right, so yeah, Neko is getting his shine as a scabbard and everything, and he's doing like what he can physically and stuff. But the emotional tie there is to Carrot, not to him.
Well, it's not just the tie; it's the impact on the plot that they're involved in as well. That's
Yeah,
what
but that's
we're comparing here.
that's
It's,
separate stuff.
so-
Like what I'm trying to say is
But
that,
no, that was what we were discussing, though.
I
That was
know-
the
I-
topic.
The point is like the carrot is getting that emotional conclusion, and we'll probably see that towards the end of the arc when it's like when there's
Yeah,
more
like-
time to show that stuff. But it was shown as a wake up call to her where like she wanted to go after Peros herself, all that good stuff, and she couldn't. And Neko is there. Neko does have ties to Pedro. Maybe not as emotionally invested as Carrot is, because Carrot like grew up with him and everything.
investment.
But
The
but
reader.
it's
There's nothing
but it's
there. What
okay,
what I was
let's go.
what I want to finish with is that I don't think we can extrapolate that to say that Carrot needs the same kind of conclusion that Jinbei did at Fishman Island. I think that's already in progress. What emotional investment the reader has in Carrot is being wrapped up here with Peros, and then towards the end of the arc, we'll see more of that stuff. I think that's already there. I don't think we can use that to compare, but the other stuff I didn't agree with.
It's such a bigger goal, though, between Fishman
I just want to put it out there. I don't even want Carrot to become a Straw Hat, just in case anyone thinks that.
That's fine, but my
Yeah.
my point about mentioning that was that Fishman Island, while it wasn't exclusively about him becoming a Straw Hat, it was that emotional tie-in to like that backstory and like all of his depth that he gets to become a Straw Hat, like every Straw Hat does, kind of thing. Where like the Carrot's not going to get that. She's not going to become a crewmate, in my opinion. Maybe a lot of people still think she will, and I know you don't want her to. But like that point is like, you mentioned pre-time skip. I can get where you were kind of getting at there. I still disagree. But then you bring in Fishman Island, which isn't pre-time skip anymore. That's his arc where he gets offered to become a crewmate, where he gets that emotional depth to add to that moment and everything, and add to him being a part of the crew. Whereas-
Yeah, that was his thriller arc, basically.
Yeah, or like any other. Yeah, basically, where Carrot isn't really as important as that from my perspective. She doesn't need something like that. She does have that emotional tie-in, like Paulie did with fucking hating Lucci, but Luffy was the one that took out Lucci.
Yeah, she's more of a Polly than anything.
I don't think Polly's a great comparison here. I think
think it's
Jinbei is a
literally-
better comparison, but I don't think that we should like I don't think Adam is, unless if Adam you're saying this, I don't agree with this, but I don't think that means she needs like some huge delivery in the raid like at equal to Jinbei or what he got and that. But I think those kind of that comparison is accurate because they follow a similar kind of. There's like a similar road that they go down. Carrots is just a lot more minor than Jinbei's. That's all.
Well, that's what we mean. Like hers being minor is why we wouldn't compare her to Jinbei, because Jinbei's been such a larger force in everything that he does, whereas Carrot's just she's there and she's helpful, but you could replace her if you had to, or like if she
I don't
wasn't
think
there.
that's like I don't know why people are bringing that up. Like people in the
Well,
chat
that's
are
what
bringing it up
Adam
too.
was. Adam was saying that she is equal to Jinbei in portrayal, in then like how important she is. That was what Adam
Yeah.
was saying.
She
and that's
was
why-
extremely
that-
important to Whole Cake Island.
I
I think
also
well, listen,
wanna-
listen,
let me
listen, listen.
clarify.
When we say important, we're not like when I say important, I'm not saying like, oh, Carrot was like an indispensable ally, like she's like the savior of the whole thing. Like Seppi keeps going on about that, like, oh, Jinbei's irreplaceable, he saved them by doing this. Like those feats aren't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about narrative weight, right?
Well,
Like
I made
Carrot's
the
weight on the arc and the emotional tie-in there is as strong as what Jinbei's would have been during Impel Down because of his connection with Ace, or her, and that can be compared to like her connection with Pedro. That's what I'm talking about. Not like, oh, Carrot saved the fucking day. Like,
If it were only Impel Down, maybe, but Marineford being included, I don't agree, because Jinbei gains a respect for Luffy himself and starts to want to like help Luffy rather than sticking to the whole Ace was my friend type of thing, and that added more to Jinbei's depth for me, and especially with the
But that
conclusion
is
of
due to
Marineford
Ace
with
dying.
Jinbei saving. It's not due to Ace dying. He started gaining that respect for Luffy beforehand, even on the way to Marineford.
yeah, that's fine. But like the reason why he saves Luffy is it's because of that respect, but it's also because of Ace being dead and that being his fucking last wish.
Well, no, he actually does get that. He makes that promise to himself like long before Ace dies that he was going to go and die for Luffy.
Yeah, because.
But I was the one who made the comment about the whole cake with Carrot and everything, so I wanted to clarify for that. What I was going by was just overall impact to the arc with the emotional ties. You know, for Marineford, for Jinbei, he felt like he had more to it. Like he felt more like Pedro than Carrot, if anything. If we wanted to make a comparison between those two arcs, Carrot was important for a couple of sections. It's true. I won't say like she drove the whole arc or anything. Jinbei literally carried Luffy at a few points. Like his presence, his importance. There was no other way out of Impel Down except with Jinbei.
See, this is not what I'm talking about. I keep saying that. And
No,
you
no,
guys
that's
keep
what
not
I'm
hearing
talking
it.
about.
I know, but like, why?
Yeah, but
I'm talking about emotional weight here, not like how strong. A character
Adam's
is.
not.
No, it's not. It's not about how strong he is. It's about the
You're saying
importance he was to the arc.
indispensable to get
that's a
them out
great
of
point.
Impel Down. That's how strong a character is. Like, oh yeah, he was a tool to get them out. That's what you're talking about, not emotional weight.
But yeah, I would say Carrot's more important to the narrative for Whole Cake Island than Jinbei was to the narrative of Impel Down and Marineford. So Carrot's got that going for her, I guess.
I think so too. Actually, yes.
Luffy wouldn't be a pirate anymore if it wasn't for Jinbei.
Yeah, but that's not the narrative.
But
that's
that's not
like
what-
No,
that's-
that
that's
is the
the plot.
narrative.
No,
No,
that's just
it's
the
not.
plot.
It's not about like him doing things in Marineford. The emotional weight of him actually dragging Luffy back from ending his career as a pirate puts him way above Carrot. Luffy would not have been a pirate if not for Jinbei and their emotional connection.
I have my
That's-
friends moment type of thing.
Yeah.
That's after Marineford. That's post Marineford.
That's
bro.
pre-time skip.
That's
That's-
post Marineford.
that's what Adam said.
That's
Yeah,
not
it was
Marineford.
pre-time skip. That's fuck you. That's post Marineford. It's good.
That's post Marineford. Fuck it.
You shut up.
No,
Alright,
but
let's get back
but
to the
during like
chapter.
the actual battle, yeah, it's like during the battles. I don't know. I think it's fair. I think Carrie is more significant than
But yeah,
people think.
I'll say this though. I guess being a poly is not a good thing. So
I
let's
love
not make
poly.
let's not make Carrot a poly. Okay, now we can move on.
I love
I think,
Paul. Screw you
having
guys.
having those side characters that just add more like sides to conflicts and everything, without giving all of them like as much fucking screen time as like a Jinbei or
see,
like a
that's
Sanji
what
or
that
something.
one fucking pleasure is.
Oh.
That is that is how you do that. That's not what you do with Carrot.
What are you talking about? What pleasure?
That- There's that one pleasure that they keep focusing on the live floor. You know who what the fuck? You know who
Just
I'm
the
fucking
one
talking
that
about?
attacks randomly, like 3 times.
Yeah, the one that they keep
That doesn't
showing.
add-
That is what
that
you're
doesn't
talking
add
about.
That doesn't add more to like the actual like.
Wait,
conflict
pleasure or
and, like,
gifter?
emotional
The
side of things.
the pleasure that goes against fucking Queen, that like fights with that defense chopper from Queen or whatever. That
One that
fucking
we saw
pleasure.
2 times that just took shots for
No, it's like
chopper or
it's
whatever.
like fucking like 10. It's like 5 times,
I
5 to
feel
10
like
times.
we only
we've seen
see
that.
him
few
because
times.
like every other guy almost looks like him too, though.
That doesn't
like, it's
add
just
any.
really
That doesn't add
generic
anything
design.
emotionally or anything. I think there needs to be characters that add that emotion, but don't go too far with it. Just to give more sides to the conflict and more sides of like actual like reasoning behind doing this or that.
Well, I don't
Whereas
think-
like with Polly, that's a factor. Polly had ties with Frankie. Polly had ties with Lucci. Polly, without Polly, that tie with Lucci wouldn't have been there. That like anger towards him, because Frankie didn't really have a relationship with Lucci. He was off on his own. So
Tully
they had
actually
Polly
was
there
an
for that.
integral part of the arc. Yeah,
No,
he's the
I
one who
agree
frames
with
the
you.
entire relationship with CP9.
I don't-
Those
I
types
don't-
of characters are good.
Yeah, I don't think there's a reason to not go further if the character has, you know, a possibility to go further than that. But yeah, like that's what Kara is filling right now. But it's also, you know, she does have like I think there's opportunity at minimum for further character arc to
I don't
go
know,
down the
man.
road there.
Like, dude, like when fucking Zoro takes out Kaku and is like, "You're oh, by the way, Paulie told me to say this. You're fired." Like that wasn't Paulie doing that. That was Zoro doing it for him. Like fucking Neko's doing it for Carrot right now. That's just how I see it. I see them as like a very similar type of character, and I think those characters are important to have without going too far with it, because there is like screen time necessary. You need to focus on more important characters, and not everyone needs to become something so monumental. That's like, I don't know. I think Carrot has a good place in the story. I don't even like Carrot, but like, I think
bias.
she.
Bias. Uh-oh.
She's also only had an arc and a half of activity.
I'm arguing
and
against
No, I'm
Adam
playing.
saying she shouldn't even exist. Like,
No, yeah, I get what you mean, and I agree with that.
yeah, hard disagree with that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's room for her to do more, but I agree. Right now, you know, the shine is going to the characters who have a direct relationship with Wano and Odin. Not anybody else.
And I mean, Inu and Neko are gonna die, so they gotta get some screen time beforehand, you know?
Dude, who's gonna kill them now? Is King gonna go over there and
They're
just
gonna
stab him in
bleed
the
out,
back?
bro. They're gonna bleed out right now. Something's gonna happen. We'll see. But yeah, I think we've talked about this part enough.
Yeah.
It's been 30 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna be the big meat because that's what's been the big meat in chat the whole time.
This one page.
Yeah, because all the freaking people, dude, the summary and spoilers said Kara and Wanda watch helplessly or some shit like that, and it was just fucking constant.
Oh, man.
Just another reason not to read spoilers.
I'm just saying, I agree
And
with
I
that.
wouldn't read spoilers, but shit.
Can't help yourself. All right, back to
It's
it.
not that. Just fucking, we don't have enough people, man. Anyway, yeah. So we go back, and we hear this gets broadcasted across Onigashima. We hear Luffy yelling at Momo.
Yeah.
And that's all getting picked up by this Mary, right? You just bit one of the 4 emperors. After doing that, does anything in the world still seem scary to you? And then he's like, "No."
Huh? No, actually not.
He's like, "Wait, you're right."
Oh shit.
And he's like,
Uh.
"Go stop Onigashima." And then we see Yamato's really happy about that. Really happy, like glowing, like this is great. And then we see a little bit of Zoro and Sanji there, back-to-back action, which is pretty
Hell
cool.
yeah, bro. Hell fucking yeah. And then
And
they're
like-
like doubting it. They're like, no way, really?
They're, like dumbfounded, like how could that beat Momo? What the
Yeah.
fuck? And then
And everyone hears Luffy's like declaration as
I
well.
will definitely
Sick.
beat Kaido. And everyone's like shitting their pants. And Big Mom
Yeah.
just laugh. I love this Big
I
Mom.
love Big
panel.
Mom, dude.
Oh, you hear that? What a red punch just broke.
Right.
He's like,
Deep down, she
cracking up.
likes him, bro. Deep down, I'm telling you. She hates him with all her heart, but
She looks so happy for some reason. Like, this is the happiest she's looked all fucking arc. She wasn't even this happy like when she was just eating the soup and fucking leftovers down with her.
she's doing that one emoji. Hold on, where is it?
It's the fucking crying laughing emoji.
No, she's not.
Joy.
It's this one.
Oh man.
I love this one panel, just out of context.
I like it too. That's why it's like Yamato's just like glowing, really
Yeah.
happy about
That
that
smile.
moment. Yeah.
So, Big Mom's kind of scuffed up here. Do you guys
Yeah.
think Kid and Law are actually making any progress, or?
No.
I mean, I imagine Kid can definitely like do some doctoring shit, you know?
Law's
Hit
not
her.
doing
What?
the doctoring. I thought you was the
What?
doctor.
Oh, sorry. Did I say Kid?
Oh, I, thought,
Yeah, I meant Law. My bad.
I didn't know what you meant. I was like, what the heck? Okay.
Yeah, Law's. I don't know what Kid's doing, but Law's at least probably able to hurt her just because he could probably puncture the balloon or whatever the fuck with his
Yeah, the iron.
doctor stuff.
Yeah, but also Killer and Hawkins when?
I was
'Cause,
just
like-
thinking that too.
Because like Kid should be getting hurt while they're fighting Big Mom also. So it's like, what the fuck is Hawkins doing? I mean, Killer and Hawkins doing right now?
Unless Killer
Unless
just
Killer's-
hasn't,
Yeah, like what if he's just letting himself get beat the fuck up and killed?
or at least
Yeah.
just avoiding instead of attacking back for now.
Yeah, because what the fuck can he do to that? He actually will just kill Kid.
Yeah.
If
Unless he can find some sea stone or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I saw a lot of talk about this as well. The Kid saying "you freaking better,"
Yeah, Kid
like kind of putting
fanboying.
all of it. Just like putting all the. He's basically done with Kaido. He's focused on Big Mom now.
They're tied up. It's not like they can just run away from Big Mom. And if they did,
Mhm.
like, she'd either catch them, or if they did, she'd either go make problems for everybody else for the shared goal. So they're tied
Mhm.
up. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of ironic that Kaido's getting all this attention when Big Mom's literally just as big of a problem as he is.
Well,
yeah.
that's 'cause she's gonna survive this arc and get all the attention next one. You know?
Maybe you never know. Hey, look, there's the
I like
there's the
how,
streaks.
Dude. Like, I love the reactions. Okay, so, like, we have Big Mom laughing. Wow, you hear that? And then Kid and Law are pissed. Thomas crying. And then Frankie's, like, laughing the exact same way as Big Mom.
Yeah. Oh, the same face and everything.
They
Yeah.
both are just cracking up.
Big
Frankie's-
Mom X Frankie.
Frankie's, like, thinking it in his head. He's like, what a rambunctious brat.
I like how Law was like, where the hell has he been? Just like, he was thinking about Luffy and depending on him just from that.
Yep.
And then the Conquerors clash.
Yeah, Kaido jumps in the air with the little ... You really think you have a chance against me? As long as I'm still breathing, anything can happen. And we get the big anticipated for, well over a decade, probably almost 15 years.
Luffy having a similar clash to
Luffy
Whitebeard and Shanks.
having
Yeah.
a clash like this, yep.
Having a sky-splitting clash.
And good way to bring out the moon again. That's very creative, Oda. Good
I
way to
love
bring
I'd
it
like that.
yeah.
I know we all talked about like, oh, maybe Nami will do it. Maybe this will happen.
I mean, this was the most prominent theory of it happening was that the
Oh, I
sky
didn't
was gonna
see that.
split.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
saw that.
People
That's why-
thought that
that's
it
why
would
I was
be.
like- That was like why I was like, oh, I prefer the Nami route instead because like you just gotta be contrarian like that.
Well, the thought was it was going to be like Big Mom, Kaido, Kid, and Luffy doing it all at once too.
Hmm.
No,
I never saw this theory. I never even thought of it once. I never thought
It,
of
it
it.
was around. It wasn't something a lot of people pushed here, but it was around.
I think it's good.
But
though.
yeah,
Very
I mean,
good.
I didn't
don't
even.
know,
I,
Nikita, why do you think it's still moonlight? Midnight. I mean. I don't know. I don't think the sky split. Only in that one specific spot. Like,
Yeah, we
I
see
think
it
the
clear up
the clouds like
entirely.
move. Yeah, like they get all the way out of the way.
We see like the 3 panels of it showing the clouds disperse even more and more.
The moon's just up in the air. I don't think it's necessarily like directly above Onigashima, like straight up. But the moonlight is like there. The holes are in different spots as well, like where Paros and Jack are.
Well, okay, to be fair, it was already basically right under the moon, and it moved in a straight line back to the island. Like the moon would still be in the same spot.
That'd be some fuckery.
You
That's like
think?
even beyond Luffy luck, dude. That's just like unbelievable.
I mean,
Like,
the
yeah,
moon would be
the
in roughly
trajectory
the
of the
same
fucking
spot.
island just perfectly matches the moon going across the sky.
The sky is nearly fully clear right now because of the panel on the left side as well of this doubles page.
Yeah, it
You
does
see
seem
like
pretty
no
clear
clouds
there.
at all.
That's
or
that's
anything.
my thought. Yeah, is that the sky's like totally cleared up and the moon is just shining all over the island.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they use an Odin one sword style move, and I love that.
I love their expressions,
Yeah.
by the way. Not
Yeah.
Inu and
Sparrow and Jack.
yeah, Ferris Jack are just
Sparrow
Like-
screaming.
they're just like like they just shut up instantly.
That's like the Monka Giga
Yeah.
emote or whatever.
They're so good. I like
Yeah.
I like Paris, but I even like Jack even more because it's like he doesn't have a mouth, but you can just tell he's like, oh no.
He's got like one eyebrow raised more than the other. He's like, oh
oh,
fuck, dude.
God.
I wish that was
Eyebrows,
Doom's avatar.
Odin
Not another
won
word.
one sword. Should have put sword in quotes because fucking Neko just claws him up.
Yeah. I
One
want to mention
sword
that
style.
actually. I don't know
Cat
if anyone
claw.
noticed. He cuts up the arm that Parasparrow or not that Pedros blew up.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, the arm, I like
He
that a
cuts
lot.
that one, and I can't even tell. Like, I can't tell if the other like that's going through his chest, right?
He pierces through his chest. Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like.
I don't know. Maybe he cut the other arm off. Who knows?
I can't.
I think he
tell.
pierced through his chest with like a claw
like a-
attack thingy, and then it goes around and hits the arm as well, or some shit,
Yeah.
in like his swing.
Yeah, that
Paris
sounds
is a
about right.
god. Paris is a fucking god.
Grinning cat claw and decapitating dog fletch.
Neither of them are what they're described as, by the way.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
not
like
at all.
here's a
Claw
fucking
attack.
here's a fucking gut kick. I'm gonna call it decapitating.
Decapitating. Ugh, it's like
A
hard, bro.
decapitating stab.
Yeah, it's so funny. I wonder if there's like a weird translation thing going on there, but I don't know. But it's cool.
Parasparrow defeated Jack the Drought. Also defeated.
First commander down.
Mm-hmm. Big Mom's eldest son, Parasparrow, has been defeated. Jack the Drought, Beast All-Star, also defeated. Yep. And they basically, like, that's confirmation that they're not getting back up. They're done.
Oh yeah.
Jack's absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead.
Paris is. I think so too. But you know, for those people, you know. But Jack's been up and down, and yeah.
Jack took the most damage next to Kaido so far.
Yeah. So here's what's happening though. You see the next panel. So
Ooh.
I wish
Who
that
is
wasn't
that?
so covered up. I'm gonna have to wait for the anime to make that into a fucking emote.
yeah. Oh, I thought you were gonna make a joke about like a silhouette.
That's what I thought he was gonna make a joke of too.
I wish it wasn't
Like,
so
man, I
covered
wish
up
the
that you
anime made
could
it
tell
more
who it was.
clearer than
Is
that.
that Hiyori or?
Guys, it's
No, but
Gin.
so we're gonna see how Inu dies. You know, he's gonna come in and backstab him. You know, good stuff.
You think?
I don't know what's gonna happen. I still think they're gonna die, but I don't know how. It's gonna happen though.
Did we have any bets about Inuarashi beating Jack or dying during the fight or anything? I know it was a pretty popular thought that maybe he was going to get killed and take Jack down with him.
There was a big thing about Ashura getting back up to help.
That was just
Oh,
Red's
right.
thing.
Oh, I remember. This
I used to think that, but ever since that other thing with the moon being shown because of the explosion, I didn't think he was gonna get up anymore.
You
And then
know
you
what?
guys thought it meant he would get up. Like we switched around on that shit, bro.
I know. I was like, I wanted him to stay down, and thankfully he did. I'm sorry, Ashura, but you gotta stay dead.
Yeah,
I love you, but
he's
I
dead.
love you.
yeah.
I love you, but you gotta be dead.
Ashura was like the one out of everybody that I thought had the potential to get back up
Mhm.
for whatever reason. But yeah, I think at
Because
this
he
point,
only
he's
only died to an explosion.
Well, I remember
and-
you guys arguing with me against it in one of the previous podcasts, and then in the podcast that the moon showed, you guys switched around, and a lot of you, I don't know if Adam did, but a lot of you were like, I think this makes it more likely for him to get up, and I was like, really? Interesting, because I thought the opposite, but I guess he's like for sure
I-
down now.
I'm pretty sure that I thought he was gonna get up, but then like there is one thing that makes me think that he might still get back up, and that's the idea that like Inu didn't make any comment, or like you know how they landed right in that little Zen garden, and Ashra's corpse is right there, and we didn't get any focus on his corpse or him or Inu reacting to
did.
that.
Not reacting, but we did get focus on
No,
the corpse
well,
while they
not
were there.
focus. I mean, like, yeah, we saw it there, but we didn't get like any focus of like Inu looking at him or like any sort of confirmation or whatnot. You know, we just see it, him lying there.
So do you think he'll like give last words type of thing or something to Inu? Is that what you're
I don't
expecting?
know. I thought perhaps like it doesn't have to happen, right? But part of me would almost expect for Inu to have like an emotional reaction to him laying there after when seeing that, right? If he were, you know, someone that Oda was already like, yeah, this guy's dead, right?
Yeah.
But you know, it doesn't have to happen. But that might have been something that I expected. So we'll see.
You know, what if Inu notices Orochi, and then Orochi kills Inu because he got noticed? How would that make you feel?
Great.
Man, I'm glad you don't write One Piece.
I'm not saying that would happen. No, I'm not saying that would fucking. I'm saying what if that happened?
Just
I'd rather Inu just acknowledges Ashura Doji there, maybe like has a good moment, and then he just faints, and that'd be fine. That's my preferred ending right now. But
Actually, that's
that
perfect,
Inu doesn't die, he just faints.
That would be perfect, yeah, because he has a chance to go and like check on him before he completely is done for, you know, like passed out or whatever. Yeah, I don't think Orochi's like going in there. I think he's just like watching, and you know, he's gonna do something else. Or maybe not. Maybe if he does pass out, he's like, yeah, well, these scabbards have ruined everything. Maybe he'll go over and like stab him while he's unconscious or do something.
Nah,
I
he's too
don't
much of
really
a
see
coward for that.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it, but I mean, it'd be in character, perhaps. Yeah. I don't know. This was a good chapter, though. I think a lot of people liked this chapter. Although, you know, a lot of people were like in the spoilers chat, like a lot of people were bitching hard when they first like saw the summaries and stuff that you know, that basically Paris and Jack fights got wrapped up pretty quick.
I'm a bit miffed about it. I did want to see a little bit
Yeah.
more their action, but
I'd rather have got like a full chapter to cover both of their fights is what I probably would have preferred, but it is what it is.
I knew we weren't going to get that. I'm good with this. I like the way it wrapped up, and honestly, the only thing I don't like is we haven't gotten much of Jack in the whole series. Like we've gotten a lot of him, but not really that much.
Not
in a
like
fight.
fighting consistently from like multiple panels type of thing.
Yeah, he's had a lot of screen time, but he's barely really thrown a punch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jack will let down.
Well, yeah. All right. So that's pretty much it. Why don't we bring some people up and we can like whoever wants to come up and say something.
Yep, I will be right back while you do that.
Yeah, you guys pick. I actually got to take a leak, so.
All right, let's see.
Check this.
All right. Wow.
Hello.
That was a conversation.
Factual. Any thoughts that we didn't cover that you might want to mention?
But I'll let Robert go first. I have a few.
All right, I'm back. Also, I'm going to turn off the stream here, so